Hey, what up, y'all? Check it out. We got us a big old boy here and a big old loader. 744 Tier 2. She's a little greasy. So anyway, we got us another little project. This here is what you call a side dump bucket. And we're gonna be sandblasting and painting this, and Michael's just gonna be getting everything set up for today when we'll do this tomorrow morning.
Was good, man.
This is Scott. You've seen me before. Maybe you remember me. There's a whole lot of dirt in here. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, Ed got me started working top down on the usual deal. And I mean, we're gonna get it nice and cleaned up here. So we gotta start by barn hosing. So I'm gonna show you what I got done here. I mean, I don't know if Seabass, the editor, can get a side-by-side in. I'll get a little back view, maybe, like a split down the middle. That'd be a cool shot. But I mean, all that dirt's out of there, you know. But as you can see, there's still some stains and such that are gonna need the pressure washer, but we're gonna go deal with that later. Got the whole rest of this thing that's gonna need the barn hose.
Hose me for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Probably start cleaning out these side little areas. I mean, I don't know how they designed these, but like, you can see all that. I mean, there's a lot of spider webs. There's generational spider webs right there. The water has been stolen by young Michael Washington Chit.
Hose me for a minute.
So I guess we'll have to come back in a moment.
A few moments later.
Ba-da-da-dow. All right, we got the barn hose back. Whew, that's a lot of dirt. Yeah, it's never ending. I mean, that's ridiculous. Fuel area box washing tip. When this starts to happen and you kind of got it washed out, it sucks, and that is the end of the tip. This is harder without getting wet, but you can see there's a whole lot of dirt in there, so that's all got to come out, even right in this corner. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to come back with this with the pressure washer, because this ain't going anywhere. It's all mixed with diesel. That's fantastic. So anyway. Yeah, this is a dirty job, guys. I mean, my face may not look dirty, but I'm sure it looks wet. Now, it's time to get these radiators and this back section cleared out. I mean, it's not the most amount of dirt I've ever seen, but that's still not great. I don't know if you can see all that dirt. Hopefully you can. That all came right out of this radiator. Just goes to show you, like, They may not look dirty, but they are. This one, I can see how dirty it is. I mean, look at all that too. Clean your radiators. Clean them. This one's pretty bad. I'm gonna get that on camera. Look at that. That's freaking nasty, dude.
Oh boy, I didn't see that.
All up in there.
Yeah, that's grody.
I mean, that's the easiest to see dirt in a radiator ever. So, I think just about. Oh, look at that. You see that? More dirt. Every time you think you're almost there, more dirt. Got to get all this dirt out of this engine bay. We got to be careful because there's a lot of electronics in here. Look at that pump. Pretty nasty. But luckily, already flushed out quite a bit of dirt that's down in here by starting from the top. Thank you, Ed Washing Shit, for good advice. Listen to that right there. Ed Washing Shit, tip of the day. Start top down on these loaders, guys. We got it a lot cleaner in here, guys. A lot cleaner. So I'm gonna have to come back in here later whenever I get the pressure washers going. You know, still gotta be careful with the starter and all the other electricals, but you can still see there's some dirt. So instead of trying to flush it all out with all this water that may get into the electrical components, just go over it real quick with some degreaser in certain places, not places where it's not supposed to be, and get it nice and clean. You know, little minor details. I mean, there's some dirt in these rubber guys, you know, all over. That's all got to be blasted off. So all this plastic, you know, I rinsed it off with the barn hose, but some of that stuff won't come off unless you get that pressure and that good chemical that you need. Look at this. I haven't hit this at all yet, but it's wet, you know, from shooting from back up in there. That's not the floor. That is a mat, and those things like to eat up dirt. So this is going to be one of those interior areas that's just kind of sucks. I gotta take my hat off. My hat's too big. I might even need to turn this whole rig to kind of widen up everything to get in there a lot better. But yeah, there's a lot of dirt. Hopefully you can see that down in there. That's like piles on piles of dirt. And right here, that's pretty bad too. Check all that out down there. So that's not even all of it. That's just this one side. Things like this down in here, that's all gonna have to come out with the degreaser and the pressure washer. I'm gonna probably switch sides with the barn hose and come in from this side over here. And yeah, there's still a lot of dirt right there, but I'll have an easier time blasting from right there. Shoot it straight back and get this thing cleaned up. This I can blast out with the barn hose, but this is like, it might come off, but that's mixed with oil or grease. So it'll leave a residue That'll probably have to come off the pressure washer. Oh, there's old Ed washing shit with that excavator. Oh boy. This isn't such a big worry, but I mean, they got stuff like that everywhere. Look at that. They don't ever clean this stuff. I mean, I wouldn't either. But here I am, and I am, so I guess I would. Yep. Oh, washing shit gonna ask me why I'm all wet. Hey, Ed.
Let's go around, shut off your hose real quick, and let me show you something real quick.
All right,
Okay,
well,
I'll hold on to that. Look up, come down and look up.
Oh,
man, that was a snake. It almost bit you, huh?
Yeah, it
Yeah. You see how there's still that dirt in there?
did. Yeah.
Yeah, so just use that barn hose right here,
Okay.
and it shoot inside this gap here and inside that gap there. If you take a screwdriver, like put your finger in there, Scott.
Yeah.
Take a screwdriver, poke that hole in there,
Okay.
and in here too, on both sides.
Yeah.
On that other side too, that'll come out nice and clean.
You see all that dirt? Dirt in here, dirt pouring out. So there's a lot of rocks. So I'm sticking my finger up into this hole. And you probably can't see it, but there is so much dirt still in there. I mean, I don't know what I can really do. I might have to just wait until I get the pressure washer starting to move. Ow! Boom. Can't spend too much time on a bunch of little things, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get this thing clean. And hey, these rocks are pretty clean. Look at this. That's a clean rock. I mean, if I ate rocks, I'd eat it. Any rock enjoyers? Yep, that's where we're going with this Ed washing shit video. Something that I kind of passed over that I just need to do to finish up this area that Ed Wash Shit had me fix up is to re-clear out all this. Shout out to Ed Wash and Shit for just knowing everything, you know. We'll be there one day, guys. Wow, look at all that, guys. All right, guys, we are back. Had a very tasty lunch. Unfortunately, we are still not ready to get the pressure washing, so you may be able to see it. There's still some dirt up in here. I mentioned it, but I forgot to actually do it. Get down back in here in these areas. Ooh, look at all that. Yuck. It's gross. Ba-da-da-dow. Totally freaking forgot about this, but I mean, I would have come back and remembered, because there's all that dirt in there, so that's gonna be pretty satisfying, I think. Check that out, guys. I mean, there's a little bit of dirt in there, but I mean, look at that. That's a lot better. It is now time. We're back into it. So we got these pressure washers going here. That one right there is what I'm going to be using. So you can see all the dried dirt from this morning. So now we got to pop these sides open and do the same thing. All these hoses, there's a lot of dirt that's collected down here. So we're gonna have to get that all cleaned up. Quick little extra blast out. So, I'd like to show off that this little rinse with the pressure washer through these radiators makes quite a big difference. Check all that out, all this dirt. It's not so bad, but still, I mean, that's just dirt that would block up airflow for these radiators. You can use a pressure washer and it'll get stuff nice and clean without doing damage. You just gotta be smart about it, guys. So really, I just kind of got to do this little bit, blast out the dirt and stuff, and blast out all the dirt on the backs of these, on this whole rubber gasket that runs along, and then I'll be able to move to the engine bay area, the engine compartment. Woo! Time to do something I actually kind of forgot about because it's not part of normal practice, but we're gonna be taking off some decals. Pape Machinery. Quick rundown on what we're gonna do. Degrease this entire inside here. Get all this dirt out of here, you know what I mean? And then afterwards we'll close all this up, deal with the decal, and then we'll get on to degreasing. I'll show you real quick what I've done on this side. Degreased this and got all blasted off. Got this all cleaned up here. I'll have to re-go over it with some Solvent-X to get the glue off. Done the wheels as well as the inside of this fender cover here. Hope you can tell the difference here. I mean, there's a little bit of gunk right there. Try to re-degrease that one more time. But I mean, we're looking a lot better here. There's a lot of dirt laying around. All these rubbers are cleaned up. Now they were covered in gunk. See, you gotta catch this inside edge. You can't forget about that. So we're going to use Magic Ed Wash and Goop to degrease all of the grease. I mean, there's a lot of grease. Grease, grease, grease. It's everywhere in here. So we'll have to spray it down and let it soak for a bit. And then it should, fingers crossed, come right off. Now I'm gonna go grab some of the magic sauce. Actually, I'm gonna start with the bucket and all these joints, because it's probably gonna end up blowing a lot of it back onto this apron, and that would really suck. It does suck when you get this apron all clean and then you end up blasting more onto it and you have to go over it like multiple times, and it's like, it's kind of part of the process, but you want to avoid that as much as you can. Probably just take a break with the camera, let this thing cool down, and we'll come back to it once it's all goobered up. Let's check this out, guys. So we got this nice and clean. All up in there too. All around in here. Looks like this was the one spot I forgot, of course, but I did get it on the other side. You can see all the splatter. Look what we got here. Sometimes it's good to let things settle so that you can take a nice good look at what's going on. And what we got going on right now is we got a lot of these, what would these even be called? I'm not sure what they'd be called, but we got them mostly clean. There are some spots like right here and back in there, and there's more gunk up in there on this top side. That's definitely going to need to be touched up, but I'm going to have to move the bucket down for that one. Little guy. All right, guys, we're back. It's a couple days later, but we're back, and I'm all kinds of refreshed. Now we're going to do a little check up on Michael real quick, and we're gonna get going on what we were doing the other day. Someone's missing. I think I know where he is, but what the? Who did this? Who did that? Anyway, that's going somewhere. So, let's take another little look-see around here, see what we got going on. So, these tires are looking fine. Looks like these could probably use a bit more degreasing to get nice and clean. A little bit on this side too. I gotta degrease this entire middle section still, so I'm gonna be getting dirty. Still got a lot to clean there, as well as we got this grease to deal with right in here. Oh, and look at all that. Look at all of that. Wow. I'm gonna try to suit up if I can find my suit, and we will be right back. There he is.
I need those.
What do you mean you need these?
Sandblast.
Like really bad?
Yeah.
I gotta degrease. Why can't you wear those?
Because I need the upper half.
What do you mean the upper half?
Those are just the pants. You know, all this right here was raw yesterday, so all I saw was gray.
Yeah.
So, on all these, besides like that one down there, I just didn't get it. Or didn't get it good enough. Like, I kind of hit it here.
Michael's got some cleaning up to do.
Oh boy.
Now that we're done playing around with Michael washing shit. So, probably start right up here in front, try to shoot it that way or down what I can, and then I'll shoot that way. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do to avoid getting it back on the apron. All right, so I've got that pump going and warming up. And right now we're gonna refill our magic juice so that we can have some extra in case we need it. Locked and loaded, and we got the pressure washer on. I think we're seeing some remnants of Michael washing shit over here. That's all right, because we haven't done the final wash yet. So let's check this out here and see what we got going on. Right down in here, I'm gonna have to clean up a little bit more. This area is always a little bit difficult, just because it likes to splash up in your face, you know? We're getting it a lot cleaner back in here. We're starting to look pretty dang good. We'll have to redo the entire apron there, but otherwise, we're getting her pretty close to a wash. This is what we're currently looking at right now for this side. And I hope you can notice the difference. We didn't get all the way in there, deep in the crevices, because that pressure washer gun is just too big. But we'll hit it from the other side, and we'll hit it with the shorter, smaller pressure washer. Update. We're going in with this little guy, getting all the little nooks and crannies that we couldn't hit with those longer pressure washer nozzles. So mostly going to be getting what's tucked away back in here, and also in here. You can't forget about there. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood, guys. Well, alrighty guys, I think we got it in a place that we can work with for the wash. And then we'll get off all the little minor details when we do that. So, right now, I'm gonna hop up in there real quick just to lift the arm, and then hop back down and we'll rinse down the front. We are going to be working with something I'm not quite, well, I just haven't done it in a while over here on this side of the wash pad. There goes the elusive Bigfoot washing shit. But we're gonna be using some acid. That thing's looking nice and purty. All thanks to the boys, of course, and girl over there. All right, Ed's Washing Shit family, we are done with the wash. I guess this might be the end of my first real solo Ed Washing Shit adventure. This thing actually came out looking pretty good, even if it's a little wet right now still. Thank you guys for watching me and the Ed Washing Shit channel. And have a badadadow day.
Well, y'all, check it out. This is old Scotty boy's work. Well, I hope everybody was entertained. Hope you learned something. We're gonna walk over here, see old Michael's sandblast job over here. Man, we're doing well. We're about that far from being out of totally control. So man, old Michael, he's getting pretty good at this. Somebody stepped in that bucket. What the heck? Yeah, I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Michael, Sebastian, Felipe, Scott, Delilah, Ryan, Orlando, Shorty, Haley. Yeah, all you guys, everybody, thank you. It takes all those people to make things happen around here. So thank you, everybody, for helping me out. I love you. Let's get this next machine on the pad here. Yeah, it's just never ending out here with these jobs, man. They just keep rolling on in. Anyway, guys, I mean, I freaking love you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I mean, we'll be back for another round or two with some stuff that's gonna be coming around again. So we'll be back. Much love to you.